So I have just cut down a lot of stuff in this garden, a lot of flowers, cut down a lot of flowers in the front. Took a whole lot of seeds from the flowers that I want to save for next year. And these babies are ready for seed harvesting as well. So I'm actually going to split these open, show you how I collect the seeds, show you how I ferment the seeds, and then hopefully I can share a few with some of my friends that have been asking for this one in particular. This is a patty pan squash, and this is a gold rush summer squash. Look at these. One and two. Let's see what we get. Alright, so I did watch a YouTube video on how to get as many seeds as possible from this thing. You have to cut from the sides. So let's do that without me cutting myself. And it is way too big for fresh eating. I don't think it's going to taste like much. So I'll just use the shells for both of these for compost. I know some bakers might actually put it in, like, use it for bread, zucchini bread, but I would just put it in the compost. Alright, so all the way around, we have that. Let's see if we can pry this open. Right in the center. Did I slice any? I'm gonna slice like one. Look at that. Like that. And on this side, it's like that. Front and back. So the right in the center. So stands the reason you can just take your knife and just run it without taking the knife out. Run it straight across this edge, and then you should be able to pry it open. Just carefully, or you will damage the seed. I have a trusty spoon. I'm just gonna take it and run these straight across. Smells like cucumber. All right. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. They're right in this hump area. So just make sure you don't cut, like you take the knife right up into this little indentation here. Because they're right inside of that hump right there. Alright, that was pretty simple. Now I did cut open one before it was mature, and I noticed that they were like, this wasn't so hollow, this still had like a lot of meat in it, and the seeds were very much so like, it just wasn't mature. But this is, yeah, this is pretty fibrous here. Then, let's see, we have this part, and just, yeah. All right. So this is what we have, and I didn't have that many white patty pan seeds. And then what you would do is you would try your best to just remove the bulk from the seed. And then when you get in the house, I do have a mason jar. I'm going to put the seeds in a mason jar and like maybe fill the jar up with like half water and just let them like ferment for like 2 to 3 days. You don't want them going any longer than that, just because I've noticed that I have mine fermenting in the windowsill and they'll start to germinate after a while. But doing this process also lets you see the seeds that might have been damaged, like this one here. So you want to pull those out too. But my first time saving seeds from a squash. That's exciting. Here. Number 2. I'm going to crack this open this way. I'm going to take this top off first. And then, very lightly. Look at that. That sucks. Alright. Looks like on the inside. Let's see how much it is that I damage. See quite a few damaged seeds. Oh no. Oh well, that's a learning lesson. Just suck if all of them are damaged. After the hacking I gave this plant, the squash, look at that. Still some in here. So put a little bit of water in it, but look at all of this. Look at all of the seeds we have. Just from one little squash. And these seeds are kind of expensive, so you can grow them yourself and just the last squash of the season. Don't pick it, just let it go to seed, or let it sit until the vine dries. If the vine dies, you'll have plenty of seed next year to replenish your seed collection and give some to your friends or a local seed bank, maybe a new gardener. So that's good. I mean, I'm always probably going to buy seeds because it's a pastime. But it's also good to know that you can save your own seeds, and over time you get better at saving for variety. Hand pollinating and just making sure you're covering the blooms so that the bees can't repollinate. Just get a little better at making sure. I just saw seed there. That you're saving true to type. Save you a lot of money in the long run. So when I get them in the house, I'm probably going to just like run them under the faucet just to get as much of the goop off of them as possible. And then you don't, even all of these seeds right now are floating. Some are dropping to the bottom, but in about an hour, a few more may drop to the bottom. So you don't want to dump out the seeds that are floating yet. You want to give them some time. And then, like I said, in a day or two, you can drain the water. And dry them off and put them on a paper plate and let them sit there's your seeds. All right, so we're going to take our waste, you see that? And we're going to go bury it in the garden bed to let it compost in place over the winter. So let's go do that. All right, so I've already dug our little handy dandy hole here. And then we'll just really just toss it in. And I've actually been doing that all over the garden bed, just kind of randomly digging up holes and filling it in. And because this area is gated, I don't have anything trying to dig it up. Squirrels aren't that tedious in this garden bed. And then the only thing to do is just to cover the hole. No waste. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Peace.